breaking her silence.
I guess the key question here, Ms. Wittenstein, the testimonials...
It's Dr. Wittenstein.
Dr. Wittenstein, I apologize.
After more than a year of requests, the CEO of Denver Health sits down with Denver 7 Investigates.
It sounds like your position is the way it's been for more than a year. This hospital has done nothing wrong.
I've never said we've not done anything wrong. I've not said we've done anything wrong.
Tonight, how she's responding to the mayor's promise for changes after our reporting exposed serious concerns.
I don't think it's a question of doing wrong or not doing wrong. I think it's a question of, is there opportunity to do better?
I have a desire, we gotta fix this. We're working to change that system.
That is Mayor Michael Hancock responding to critical concerns about Denver Health's paramedics division, uncovered by Denver 7 Investigates.
During the past year, firefighters and paramedics have come forward exposing what they describe as dangerous delays in response times and pressure to bypass qualified hospitals when they have critically injured patients.
And tonight, the hospital CEO responding to the mayor's call for action. Here is Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
CEO Robin Wittenstein has declined requests to answer our questions.
Have again declined to answer questions. Denver Health CEO Robin Wittenstein. Our multiple requests were declined.
Once again, Denver Health has declined our request for an interview in the wake of now a year of reports raising critical questions.
It's been nearly a year since we made our first request to sit down with you and address issues in our reporting. Why are you talking now?
Prior to this moment, Denver Health CEO had avoided answering our questions about her paramedics division.
I think it's opportunity for me to have a conversation with you and just tell you how proud we are of the work that we've done and the work that we'll continue to do.
It was a message she repeated multiple times during a 30-minute interview.
Have you watched our reporting over the past year plus?
I've seen some of it.
The culture needs to change.
During the past 13 months, current and former paramedics, along with current and former firefighters, have all critically challenged the culture and performance of Denver Health's paramedics division.
The people of Denver are not getting the service that they think they are getting.
Testimonials, inside emails, and data exposed a paramedics division where ambulances were bypassing qualified hospitals with critically injured patients, driving more miles and taking more time to get to Denver Health. And we also uncovered response times for critical calls, sometimes exceeding 20, 30, or 40 minutes.
The emails are saying what we all know, is that there has been a long-time problem with how long it takes an ambulance to arrive on scene.
To be clear, our reports have never faulted the individual paramedics, but rather the systems and oversight that created the outcomes.
They're not in it for what's right for the patient.
Code 10 for a 66-year-old female.
The ego and the money, it's like, this is our county, you can't tell us what to do.
Over the past year plus, our reporting has been critical of your paramedic division. Have we reported anything inaccurately?
I believe that the reporting has not accurately reflected the performance of the Denver Health Paramedic Division.
The people of Denver are not getting the service that they...
Denver's mayor watched the very same reports and arrived at a completely different conclusion.
You know, we have got to improve the entire system. This is not okay. Nobody deserves to be in pain or to see a loved one die when we know we could have saved them.
In front of these cameras, will you commit to the changes the mayor is calling for?
I will commit to continued conversations with the city of Denver around what they, how the partnership works.
Specifically, have you changed anything because of the testimonials, the information in our reporting?
There haven't been specific changes that have been necessary.
But after a year of reporting, you've just said to me, nothing has changed. All those people came forward and said you had a culture problem, yet you've changed nothing.
We continue to talk to our employees to see what else do we need to do. Our leadership is interacting with them regularly.
Denver Health CEO did confirm that after the hospital's paramedics division failed to meet response time standards last year, Denver Health is now working to hire more paramedics and get more ambulances on the street.
In conclusion, should the people of Denver expect better service from your paramedic division?
The people of Denver get great service from our paramedic division right now, and they should expect that to continue into the future.
With all due respect, you've dodged a lot of questions.
I've given you the answers that I think are appropriate and accurate. Again, the work that the paramedic division does is really amazing, and I'm incredibly proud of it.
Mayor Michael Hancock's team is currently at the negotiating table with Denver Health. The mayor has promised changes designed to improve emergency response by Denver Health, which means improvements for Denver citizens. CEO Robin Wittenstein announced her retirement earlier this year. Her final day at Denver Health is September 1st, which means the hospital's new CEO, Donna Lynn, will likely have final say on the new contract and any future changes. We will keep you up to date on all the developments. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
And now let's take an in-depth look at Denver Health's incoming CEO, Donna Lynn. And if that name sounds familiar, it should. Lynn served as Colorado's lieutenant governor under John Hickenlooper from 2016 to 2019. Before that, Lynn was president of the Colorado region for Kaiser Permanente. She comes to Denver Health from Columbia University's Irving Medical Center, where she was senior vice president and chief operating officer. Our investigative team is hoping to sit down with Lynn when she takes over next month. And in the meantime, you can catch up on all of our reporting on Denver Health right now at thedenverchannel.com.
The Department of Public Safety says body cam video of last month's police shooting in Lower Downtown will be released August 16th. That is, if attorneys for the suspect in the case don't object. 6 bystanders were injured when officers fired at a man police say flashed a gun at officers near 20th and Larimer just after bars closed. This was July 17th. That suspect, Jordan Waddy, was shot. He survived. He's charged with assault and 3 counts of possession of a weapon by a previous offender.
A former Loveland police officer will spend 45 days in jail for failing to intervene in the arrest of a woman with dementia. Daria Jalali and Austin Hopp stopped Karen Garner in 2020 after the 73-year-old walked out of a Walmart without paying for $13 worth of items. Now, video showed Hopp violently arresting Garner, who ended up with a broken arm and a dislocated shoulder. During sentencing today, a Larimer County judge called Jalali's decision not to intervene an abysmal failure. So in addition to jail time, Jalali will also serve 3 years probation and 250 hours of community service. Hopp was given a 5-year sentence in May after pleading guilty to felony assault.
The best friend of a man hit and killed in a horrific crash in Aurora is tonight pleading for the driver to come forward.
And tonight we're learning the victim leaves a wife and 3 children. Well, Denver 7's Jessica Porter is joining us now with how you can help this family as they cope, Jess, with this unimaginable tragedy.
This crash is just absolutely terrible for this family. We're told 41-year-old Jason Lyman works overnights at Boeing and often walked his dogs early in the morning for fresh air. But this morning, he never made it home to his family. Aurora police say the driver swerved onto the sidewalk near Reservoir in Mansfield, just south of Hampton and Tower Road, hitting Jason Lyman and his 2 dogs, killing all 3. This happened around 2:30 this morning. Police say the driver ditched the Toyota Sequoia and fled. Lyman's best friend says he was an incredible father and husband who was loved by his community.
You need to come in and do the right thing. You left his family alone without a breadwinner and without a dad. A wife and 3 beautiful children who will now not be able to ever see their dad again.
Owen says he has an unbelievable rage for whoever did this, but it's time to do the right thing and come forward.
I just don't even know who could sit there and do this and walk away and go on a living with their life and not understand what kind of damage they've done to the community around them. I mean, he was so well liked in his church. He was so well liked in his office, his business. He was so well liked by hundreds of friends. I mean, if there was a charismatic person more in this world, that was him. And all he was doing was out walking his dogs because he worked late nights and he just needed a break.
That SUV wasn't reported stolen, and Aurora police are now working to contact the owner. Lyman was the only income earner for his family. A GoFundMe has been set up to help his wife and 3 children. You can find the details by going to this story on thedenverchannel.com. In the studio, Jessica Porter, Denver 7.
Very sad. All right, and tonight a reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest in Lyman's death. So anyone with information can reach out to Metro Denver Crime Stoppers, and the number is right there on your screen, 720-913-STOP, and you can remain anonymous.
A jury trial is now set for January for Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters. Peters appeared in court virtually for today's arraignment. She's accused of tampering with elections equipment in that county. She was arrested last month for violating her bond by contacting Mesa County's designated elections official. That came a week after she violated her bond a first time by traveling out of state.
It is back to school season.
I think she's very nervous, but she is excited to get out of the home.
Inflation is driving up prices for school supplies.
I haven't even prepared because it's just, the budget is barely there.
Where some families are getting help and what you can do to save some money.
Temperatures cooling off this weekend here for the Front Range, even more so on Sunday with a lot of rain. I'll have your forecast coming up.
Plus, Coach Hackett the hugger.
I think I came out trying to hug the nurse. You know, I mean, it's one of those things, it's just who I am.
The new Broncos head coach showing his love for his players.